Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, worldwide. And again, it's here. Yeah, man, Baba. All right. We have some, we have some nice little news where we hear from the New York Attorney General. You know, where them put out nice gesture. You know, for she appeal to the president, to Donald Trump administration for to grant. She want to get temporary status for the Jamaican them in a US, you know, through the hurricane. And she has say, no, if you send them back home, you know, say I'm more cheap and things. So hurricane well serious, you know. Well serious, yeah. Do some serious thing. But I make them play with it and go on like something but them can just fix back and you see politician oppose up all that shouldn't go on. We should have agency I deal with that when I see what's level them to stop do this now, you know. Stop playing politics with that. You want everything was so serious, you wanna see she come and ask this, right? And then we have Us.Bolt track and record, the one in Amobia, it burned down. We hear them ask a question, you know, them suggest something, say, I think through the JPS must put on back some light. Remember, they must say them put on light back to some places, right? Me can tell JPS, say, you know, you have to be careful now about the place because it's impossible. Una JPS, una not trouble to, you know, I don't want money and light me that I go up and all kind of things. I may play something with, you know, pump valves and una too. I never play that. You can just put up at the post and then attach on back people light and turn on light for them turn on light. Not a nice, not a wise idea. Every house where light is gone, and you have to touch up at light, if you make sure, ask them how the JPS run through the house. Have a certified electrician run through the house first. Please and thanks. Because it don't make no sense to just go turn on light and if somebody can fault the thing, something shift. You understand what I say, people? Something shift, then you can cause fire. So uno by turning it on back, reconnect, and give them light and you feel say nothing happen. Something can, yeah, some faulty thing you go on in there and it burn up the place. Yes. No two way about it. Remember, I guess about that, you know. Remember the whole of these work I want me do for years. Yeah? Yeah. No, but they may cause more problem more than anything else now, you know. Yeah? They might have no but if you burn on your house, kind of just the appliances. So me can when a wider thing Jabi saying you can just string up and even if my wire still the pan it intact and you know so me have no command for when you can just fling what and just make me turn on back the thing. Most people when I understand that I can just turn on bloop. Somewhere I can get safe up in there or something and you turn on bloop. Something short circuit out and burn on your place. Yeah. Property inspection yes. Them have to do that, Michael. Yes. We'll ask them to do that. Yeah. Them need to do it. We not, you know, put safety first. See? We need to do that. That burn down in a mobile. You know, down there no good. So where the hurricane leave back, it leave enough damage. I might not say no place or destroy it, but you go turn on, you know, damage. Even the water pump, them you know, when I turn on back, you know, for the water and everything have to check. Everything. Them need to check everything. Right? All right. Next thing now, we see the PM. Like it's a special invitation, my marks from the South African president. So then make him talk and then you know PM come on PM. When you talk to people, you see when you're not when your country now in a Elan house right now, stop talking about we this and we that and you know, physical discipline that start from 2030. Brother, stop play politics. Listen yourself. We have this in reserve because we have money put in the reserve and I like the country good. So when you talk like the country good, and you know we cut down, we have low unemployment, not never go say that was lie. And you know it's a lie too. Stop it, brother. Just stop that, man. Get real. Stop it. We need help. We need enough help, you know. Yes, but yeah, but them don't know. Them for run a check, Rose. Yeah. See? But you know, them I tell you now, forget electrician, certified electrician and check it. Sometimes people don't even have money in a JPS. And then JPS, I think them want some extension now. And pump vase, I tell them, you have to negotiate same when you pump vase. Because you tell the people them you have to negotiate, yeah? You want to change that. And say yes. And you see, what you shouldn't do again, but that's what I'm saying now. That's what I say. Right? Don't talk when you do politics. We are negotiate because we know things are going to go up. JFA's not going to just foot a bill. They might put it on people. They have the money, they might run out of cash, brother. So you talk and then the thing that go up, the contract. But remember, we can't do without JPS, you know. So not like you say, boy, I'm going to just cancel the contract, then the whole piece in a darkness, I could we can't take out. So we know so that is bull crap. So you still have to negotiate. Please and thanks. But now you say you need some extension. Negotiate same way. Things are always, even if you negotiate and like you can't remember how much money for the aisle, how much money and them have fair pump money now, capital in this. For put it up back. Them are need back their money. I mean I thought them are need for 100 years. Saying? Yeah man. Leave a bigger percent. Saying? Them are need back their money down. Alright, so here this now, people. Here this now Jamaican, you know, undocumented Jamaican cross US. If the New York AG Attorney General get what she request granted, it's a good phone, you know. Good phone. And don't make a fool of herself. If something like this granted, because she'll make sure, because I still look for enough for what people them were, them, you know, them undocumented and them thing there, you know, enough Caribbean, enough this and well. They have other places and them thing. But the New York AG come ask, and that is a good, you know, the president consider in a real way, you know, because you don't want to send them back to something like that. If you will, them, I make them work and pay taxes temporarily, yeah, temporary. Good, you know, give them the yeah, man, yeah. Give them the good thing and make them work and build up themselves. So even if you tell them boom bam, them ready and them thing there, yeah. So it's a good idea. That for sure said the storm serious. So me don't like this. Remember just reach out to the president. President, will reach out to you, please. You know, in a humane way. Because see what happened to look at Jamaica. We can't answer it. And please, don't forget, you know, sometimes you have some people, like Mr. Bing, them talk big, but it don't mean nothing. It's like we have it all, but we don't have nothing, but we are get and it need more. So we are talking on behalf of Jamaicans. Yes, sir, President. Yeah, not behalf of, yes. So we not talk when, you know, government want come and chat big and chat foolishness. Me know that. We also, you know, appealing and with what the AG say. Make a play with the AG say. Make a play with the AG say and tell me if you not agree with what she has say. Can I agree with her 100%, you know. Hear this. Watch this.
Attorney General is calling on Washington to...
Come again. Hear this.
New York's Attorney General is calling on Washington to grant special immigration rights to Jamaicans affected by Hurricane Melissa. If the request is approved, affected Jamaicans would be designated temporary protected status in the USA. Prince Moore reports.
Attorney General Letitia James has written to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security urging the Trump administration to immediately designate temporary protected status TPS for Jamaicans following the storm's devastating impact on the island on October 28. Authorities estimate that thousands of households have been displaced, with many communities losing homes, schools, businesses, electricity, clean water, and access to medical care. TPS would allow eligible Jamaicans already in the United States who cannot safely return home to live and work there legally for a limited period.
All right.
Attorney General James says forcing Jamaicans in the U.S. to return to what she describes as a devastated island would be dangerous and cruel.
That's true. 100%. 100. Think you mean, Dina? Yes. Yes. Not true that people. Yeah, but I like this go through still, with the people, yes, man.
Jamaicans in the U.S. to return to what she describes as a devastated island would be dangerous and cruel, and that situations like this are exactly what TPS was designed to address. She also notes that the U.S. has granted similar protections in the past to nationals of Haiti, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Nepal after major natural disasters. Her call has strong backing from several New York elected officials.
Good.
Congresswoman Yvette D. Clarke says Jamaica is facing devastation and displacement at levels never before seen in its history, and argues that the U.S. has a moral and diplomatic obligation not to expel Jamaican nationals into unsafe conditions.
Yes.
She recently led 43 members of Congress in writing to Homeland Security with the
Yes.
same request. Queensborough President Donovan Richards, the son of a Jamaican immigrant, says the images from Jamaica break his heart and insists the U.S. must do all it can to support what he calls its Caribbean brothers and sisters as they begin the long road to rebuilding. Several New York state legislators with Jamaican roots or large Jamaican constituencies have also thrown their support behind TPS. Several assembly members, along with New York City Council Majority Whip Selvina Brooks Powers, says many Jamaicans in the U.S. simply cannot return home safely and should be allowed to remain legally while their families and communities recover. The decision rests with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and the White House. Prince Moore, TVJ News.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. No, man, you see, and about better shot, Kirk. Remember what people them in the US just the right there, so. Yes, and about better shot. About it you them use it before. You understand? Listen again, let me play it back.
General is calling on Washington to grant special immigration rights to Jamaicans affected by Hurricane Melissa. If the request is approved, affected Jamaicans would be designated temporary protected status in the USA. Prince Moore reports.
Attorney General Letitia James has written to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security urging the Trump administration to immediately designate temporary protected status TPS for Jamaicans following the storm's devastating impact on the island on October 28. Authorities estimate that thousands of households have been displaced, with many communities losing homes, schools, businesses, electricity, clean water, and access to medical care. TPS would allow eligible Jamaicans already in the United States who cannot safely return home to live and work there legally for a limited period. Attorney General James says forcing Jamaicans in the U.S. to return to what she describes as a devastated island would be dangerous and cruel, and that situations like this are exactly what TPS was designed to address. She also notes that the U.S. has granted similar protections in the past to nationals of Haiti, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Nepal after major natural disasters. Her call has strong backing from several New York elected officials. Congresswoman Yvette D. Clarke says Jamaica is facing devastation and displacement at levels never before seen in its history, and argues that the U.S. has a moral and diplomatic obligation not to expel Jamaican nationals into unsafe.
Kirk. So you remember I said I look for people to expel them. You know what go you have ever talked to UK that the kind of trouble they are like with ICE. So my them they even temporarily, status. I make them work and build back something and thing instead of send them and make it worse. Yes. Good move this. Them do it in Haiti and do it in other places too.
Conditions. She recently led 43 members of Congress in writing to Homeland Security with the same request. Queensborough President Donovan Richards, the son of a Jamaican immigrant, says the images from Jamaica break his heart and
Yeah.
insists the U.S. must do all it can to support what he calls its Caribbean brothers and sisters as they begin the long road to rebuilding. Several New York state legislators with Jamaican roots or large Jamaican constituencies have also thrown their support behind TPS. Several assembly members, along with New York City Council Majority Whip Selvina Brooks Powers, says many Jamaicans in the U.S. simply cannot return home safely
True,
and
true.
should be allowed to remain legally while their families and communities recover. The decision rests with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security
All right.
and the White House.
So we can just hope them just listen and know them have a human heart and know say yes, we do it in Haiti or do it for a couple more them do it for a couple more country. Can do it for Jamaica too. Yeah, it no make sense say when them down and catch them and send them. No for them going back in the state to come from down in them place and make it even worse. People now have nothing. Yeah, and let them work and build up themselves even temporarily to come out of the mess. Yeah. Yeah, where's the character different now, but I mean everybody have a heart still. So we're not gonna just put yes. Yeah, and them know so when you see something like this. More I show you something though. More on the government, Jamaica government upon something. And Joe, I'm showing you something very important. Look here. 34. All right, look on this, Anjo. I'm opening this. All right, people. When you look on this, say them are slab, them not gone. Some of them are where you see gone, structure
Households
still
have been
stand up. Look.
displaced, with many communities losing homes.
So them see the house them there. The top might have gone, but the house strong, them not gone. So all they do is just strap up your thing and build it more than the thing when we see them run with. That no make it. See that? Yes, it's the structure. Top gone. But the structure there. And if the structure there, I better we do this. And as I said before, if you want to come with some of them think that temporary, that's okay. But you can't have people living in them thing the way called trailer home figure. Them they're not house. And honest, please change if you reverse pan that way, say you give pan the program for other people. That mean a permanent thing that better. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, because we don't know if we're have an next hurricane for next year or the other year to come or something. And we you see the devastation after that now. I don't know what you tell the people in the world say. Them they're not strong enough. Me see what make them. We see what them make. You understand? Them they could never be hurricane proof. Could never. You understand? Yes. Them material and them thing. Don't do it. Yeah? Yeah, man. We have to do real things and even when you come up with a little thing, see people have houses still. I better we fix them back and we can strap them down properly and them thing there. More than you come up with something where you lift up with a crane and put on and the material will build that. Come on now. Come on, we have to get real. Yeah, come on. Just take it from we don't do it. You see, maybe the country it have too much advisors, and the advisors them not critical thinkers. Them gonna get paid. No, hey, let me tell you something, people. You can't too full of jacket and tie, and they need this, That's why when I chat to people, but like move like this. We're good. Yeah, man. See, you know, the jacket and tie things and, you know, the immaculate speaking and it's not going away, you know. It's name critical thinking. All right, remember, I do in a more than one of this show after the hurricane run. I came out and I do. Come now, you have enough people to rewatch. And you see, I put on the one of them thing here. Where happen. And you see the one of them. But tell the JPS you cannot turn on like this. Me tell them that too, you know. Place like a bundle. Yeah. Place will burn. Place where you never see burn before. And after you see light come up and then it burn down. You say, oh, people catch the fire. Or you never catch a fire before 2-3 weeks before you get light. You have to be careful when you turn on back them thing, man. And the way you attach, you have to make sure every house. You might have said, why you want some? It's not feasible for it. No, it's feasible. You have to check every house better. Seems like when you check every light wire on a GPS. When I have electrician, certified electrician. Even call them for the time being. You do an avenue, make sure everything run and check. You can't just look on the line itself and say it's okay. You don't know it's the wrong thing that. I not ask, you don't know to. See? Electrician don't know the wrong thing. See? So you can just turn on a building and then everything all right. It can't be okay. Make a look on this.
My name is O'Neill Carr. I'm the acting superintendent in charge of fire investigation for the Jamaica Fire Brigade.
Can you tell us what happened here?
All right, so at approximately 1:48 a.m., the Montego Bay Fire Station received and responded to a call of building fire. Upon arrival, the team observed fire coming from the roof of the trucks and records. The team immediately got into operation, and within a few minutes, the situation was brought under control. Currently on the scene, the fire investigators are here, going through the rubbles, conducting various interviews, and to ascertain the probable cause as to this situation.
Do you know the extent of the damage?
Based on observation thus far, the extent of damage can be considered to be significant.
Significant, you know. Yes.
But as it relates to getting the property owners to do their evaluation of the items that they had stored, but based on observation, the extent appears to be significant.
Is it upstairs and downstairs that has been damaged, or just the upper level of the restaurant?
All right, so Trucks and Records would have operated a two-story section of this property. The fire was confined to the upper floors, which houses the dining, the bar, and restrooms, and an office space.
Do you know if there were persons inside the restaurant when the fire occurred?
The restaurant at the time of the fire was not operable, and so no one was within the space. No business operation was taking place at the time.
But light, come back. You hear this now? No business, but inside the fire. Okay. All right.
But staff were here?
Staff members, there were staff members on the property downstairs when the alarm was activated that there was fire coming from the top.
So we know where it started?
Well, again, the investigators are here, and we are going through the rubbles. We are doing our various interviews to ascertain what is the probable cause of this situation.
We have heard that the fire started immediately after the restaurant went back on the JPS grid. Were you told this in the report that you have received so far?
Well, the truth be told, as fire investigators, we are trained to listen to all of the arguments that are out there, but we base our hypothesis based on empirical data that exists on the ground. So therefore, whatever we would have heard, we would have noted it, but we are solely dependent on the science.
You know what that means, people? Them turn it on, they want fire. Okay. So I'm telling about upstairs, you will start, there's not a kitchen up there. No one up there, but fire start up there. I heard some people say when they turn on, then the fire. Okay. All right. Yeah. Continue.
That the fire started immediately after the restaurant went back on the JPS grid. Were you told this in the report that you have received so far?
Well, the truth be told, as fire investigators, we are trained to listen to all of the arguments that are out there, but we base our hypothesis based on empirical data that exists on the ground. So therefore, whatever we would have heard, we would have noted it, but we are solely dependent on the scientific evidence that exists on the scene. At this point, it is an active investigation. Therefore, as it relates to probable cause, we cannot speak to, because it is an active investigation that is underway. We're quite happy for the restoration of power across the island, certainly, being we're not used to being in the dark for so long. So the restoration of power is something that we really look forward to, but as a precautionary measure to homeowners and to residents in general, please bear in mind that during the passage of Hurricane Melissa, our electrical systems would have been stressed. There would have been aspects of moisture lingering at the connected points. There would have been aspects of loosed connections based on the fact of downed trees, you know.
So I'm right. He might tell you the things then. That's why you can't turn it on. So the more we have to make everything check. Every building. Check. Can you know this? You hear what I say? Right,
sir. Our electrical systems would have been stressed. There would have been aspects of moisture lingering at the connected points. There would have been aspects of loosed connections based on the fact of downed trees, you know. So on our service lines that goes to our premises, there might be challenges along these ways. So we have to do our independent, our private inspection of our personal space as homeowners to ensure that our systems have a certified electrician come to your residence, come to your business place, do an inspection to ensure that my place is ready so that when the JPS returns its power, we are ready to receive that.
So he might tell you, well, here I am come tell you now, maybe listen, but all of this with us, get it done quick. You have to do the inspection. Yeah. Them say you have to do the inspection. Yeah. No, what them do, but you no, but hear this now. The FRD TV, you no, it can't work like that. Because remember, you know, even if you did overseas your building lock up, like same like when just said, just think about this. You know that can you have some people place lock up, them not get to come down. Your wire jerk up, loose or anything to your place. Them control the light, it not burn down. But for whatever reason, them come and put in back post and door, and then just turn on the light on the whole place. The whole place will burn down. You can't just turn on light. You have to make sure the people them check them thing. Tell them you're gonna come, make them have it from or you check them or bill them or something, but you can't just turn it on like that. Remember it about you know. But you turn it on and send. So somebody just say, the early just say, a friend in our Santa Cruz, they get back current and turn it on and see fire coming from the box. And to turn it off. That do happen. It happen a lot. Because this every jerk up enough things, you know. Like what we say, but you that no mean a man can just the whole street black and then put it back something. But that mean when it black and light post drop, even the wire from your place might have drop. All the man do is take it and connect it back and then run wire light to it. Yeah. No, man, but hear this now. Hear this. You are saying lock off in your building. It's not, I don't really say lock off in your building. So hold on. If the light come back from your building, you are there foreign. You never lock it off. When the light go, you not lock it off, you know. The light gone. It gone. And everybody already there put somebody lock it off. And even if you lock it off and then put it on back, then you fly a switch. It burned down. You have it. And remember, everybody knows, say, if you go check this and check that, you know. Remember, everybody electrician, me do the work, and everybody do the work. You see? Yes. So you have to tell, you have to educate the people them about this. You don't want to make a next disaster, man. You have a responsibility at JPS. You have to tell them to do that. Yes, you have to tell them to do it. See? Yeah, man, you have to tell them to do that. So you have to tell them, so listen, with like gone and hurricane and yeah, you should have it on TV, read and everything, and more to more, even when you have to fix it. You tell the people, remember enough post on, So what you have to do, you have to stick up them like I see when they say, him say 3 fall upon some of them, most of them down. Them please, I take it up and then you have to just take my line and connect it. Who did not know if your mother did your granny? But she know if you go turn her father over. She just dying for light come back. Yeah. And then the current might have surge and some of them they even have the problem, but the current when them push through it at the time, you get a surge and mash you up too. Remember them just test back and run current through it, I'm not thinking I knock you on. See? Remember enough of the thing them pop off of that and it surge and it run zoom and lick your thing. You know say I know long ago you can look on it GPS turn on current to burn up a lot of people things. Them have a surge. I think them did pay back for some things and make for pay back some things. You can have a surge. That's why them have them. You see the thing they on the back on the backs them that cut down certain current and do a lot of things, You see them, right? Yes. Every house should be checked. We just have to tell them this. We don't want no more disaster. If them also when the current come back, can't search anything. And then them now just connect back the light. The man them on the lines man them. Them just take up your wire. Know so we're ready. We connect it back. That's it. You know of your grandfather and grandmother, your mother and father when I understand and you they are foreign. Them glad to get back like them never go and touch a box yet. Them turn it on, then you hear something else. Can't work. You have to educate the people them to the thing. That's the truth. Yeah. That's the truth. Man, nothing else bund up. And here I tell you, because you have to have a certified electrician, check it out. And that means you have to run through people's houses now. Run through the houses. So you can just look at the box. Yeah, you have to make sure everything run and every wire good and look through some of the little thing, make sure everything. Yeah, some people lose them roof. When blowing like this, little piece of water kind of thing, you have to make sure everything good. Make sure you carry an electrician when you have test. Can have thing when you can test it and make sure everything bounce back and everything good. Yeah. Yeah, man. They have to test everything, man. Run through that, make sure everything up. See? But nobody just go power up the place. Another JPS I try to do, them I try to power up the place as fast as possible. And that take them time. I'm speaking of JPS. Let me hear you, so hold on there. Yeah, man. You see me I say? Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I chew me. Me show it yesterday, brother, man. I chew, man. All right, look at this. Me couldn't hear this. Oh, by the way, Christoph Town, you got the surgery in New York, by your knee, and a life-saving thing. Say, you are telling me no, say you couldn't do surgery down there in Jamaica. But better stop show up for people them, no man. So you expect the people them to use the health system if anytime when you feel sick and cough from there Miami and New York or anywhere else, but not Jamaica. It look bad. I think I need the surgery. I think I need surgery on a life threatening, brother. Again, man. It don't look bad. Eh? Yes. It look bad, man. All right, let me play this.
Minister Darvas has confirmed that the Jamaica Public Service Company has applied for an extension of its current license, which expires in July of 2027, in a bid to attract the necessary capital to assist with the restoration efforts. Permanent Secretary of the Energy Minister Carl Palmer yesterday disclosed that the JPS made the request as the company cannot attract the necessary capital with only 2 years remaining on the license. Mr. Vaz today said discussions are underway with the company on the matter.
The government of Jamaica is very well aware of the need to restore electricity across all parishes in the shortest possible time. That is a number one priority for me as minister and for the Andrew Moniz-led administration. The government is in discussions with the JPS in relation to how we can assist and work out a formula which will allow them to be able to raise the funds that they require in order to bring the grid back up. It is early stages, but I can concur and conclude that discussions are taking place at the highest level, and I will be updating Parliament on Tuesday with where we are in terms of a recovery plan based on the government's discussions with the JPS shareholders and management.
Energy Minister Darrell Vaz. And the Ministry of Energy has written to the Office of Utilities Regulation to issue instructions to the Jamaica Public Service to provide communities with projected timelines for restoration of electricity. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Carol Palmer, says the ministry shares the dissatisfaction of customers still without power.
No, that makes sense to your people. Me tell you, Pumbaa's done, you know. You don't see how me just play the while? I want to hear it. Not, let me tell you something, not past my ears, you know. The two don't make no sense. When you hear what me hear, me play it back. Me play it back, you know. Let me tell you what me hear. JPS attack to him. They want capital to get up back this. So they want to raise money. Him say them attack to JPS to try to get what them need because the people them want the light. Then him write to OUR for JPS, give them a time. Or you give them a timeline and you don't have the money to inject for do this. Or you gonna say, me I get a timeline for this. When you hear when just a while, let me play it back. One thing, hey, Pumbaz, just or you say this because remember them say them want an extension. Remember the lights now up 2027. So them talk to him and say we want an extension that we can raise the capital to put back the grid. Them have to build the entire grid. And down in them billions of dollars. Them not have the money. Yeah? You understand? For 10 years to recover this investment. Yeah, man. Yes. So them want money to inject to do it. But now him right to OUR to tell JPS to give the people a timeline when they might get back current. If we don't have the money for fixing things in the first place, so they might get back current. A matter of fact, I don't know who we might talk to because this I'm going to tell you something again with Vals. Vals, this way you just write to OUR if you say you do something that make no sense because if so much house damage or JPS are getting back current, brother. Because the one them you say 95% from last week, them say the customer them were up 95% of them get back light. The one them were down over 100,000 billion, or you give them back light. But as I say, it makes sense. No, only tell me now if this makes sense. So you remember play it back. No, but it don't make no sense. So remember play it back from top. Me like when them talk and it makes sense to me, you know. Not past me, you know. Yeah? You see when Pumbaz, you come out, you know, so some things are wrong, and you come out back with this foolish, with this garbage, brother. It makes sense too, you know. If them don't have the capital, and you are telling them you want to make them have, you want to do everything to make them have the capital, but them need to put it back. So, you write to the OUR, to give you a deadline when the rest are placed. But mash down, the house can be up back yet, but them forget back like. So, when them are going to string up with that? Eh? Because it's the customer them, you know, like the people them. Hear this, play it again.
Energy Minister Darrell Voss has confirmed that the Jamaica Public Service Company has applied for an extension of its current license, which expires in July of 2027, in a bid to attract the necessary capital to assist with the restoration effort.
A bid to attract, that means they are going to raise money to attract the kind of capital where they want to fix that. Capital. Money. Them not have it. You hear? So they want an extension that them can raise money. Can them have got it? Remember, you know, investors have to get things on their money, no say go. Why not this for Pumbas understand? But you see, he might come with something when it make no sense again. Listen now.
Permanent Secretary of the Energy Minister Carl Palmer yesterday disclosed that the JPS made the request as the company cannot attract the necessary capital with only 2 years remaining.
So the company cannot attract the capital with the ongoing remaining. Because they have to do an investment thing, you know. We want investors now. They want to raise the capital fee, put back Jamaica on a grid, build back grid, entire thing, it'll take them billions, right? You hear it for yourself. All right.
On the license, Mr. Voss today said discussions are underway with the company on the matter.
Underway.
The government of Jamaica is very well aware of the need to restore electricity across all parishes in the shortest possible time. That is a number one priority for me as minister and for the Andrew Moniz-led administration. The government is in discussions with the JPS in relation to how we can.
So, them right to the permanent secretary, them not need no discussion when him say this. Andrew down there so, him there so, and you still remember the permanent secretary don't start, but this is how him lie. The government within discussion with the JPS to how we can help and raise capital. But you right to how you are tell them when people might get back them light. You know the place where people have lighted, like we can other them have 95%. So the rest must get back them light already. The one them will drop. Or if you are right and them figure out timeline when they don't have the capital. Listen.
Assist and work out a formula which will allow them to be able to raise the funds that they require in order to bring the grid back up. So
they want to work out a formula for them raise the funds them require for bring the grid back up. So all you want them give you a deadline. It'll be a bogus deadline. You can't follow this guy. Not the JPS. Him want the JPS. Him right to know. If you claim you're in a discussion with the JPS, what me know say, I lie. Come here, the permanent secretary can confirm say the JPS asks. So you say you're not this with JPS, but you write how you are for JPS give you a deadline for when they are put up at the grid. And they don't have the money, people. Oh, this me ask you again, oh, this guy be a minister. Or be a minister. This make any sense? No, I'm gonna ask you, you know, this make any sense to you when it does here? Listen this now. Listen, where else Dana? Here.
Early stages, but I can concur and conclude that discussions are taking place at the highest level, and I will be updating Parliament on Tuesday with where we are in terms of a recovery plan based.
So, him, that mean, did I say that mean him say, him talk to JPS, and we hear the man say this and that. You saw him lie. Him can I stay with a beefy ministry. And him update Parliament. So the rest, he might take it to Parliament. But you still right how you are. You when right how you are. Hear this? Because them want to raise the money for fix the place. Them not have it. Okay. Hear this.
And the government discussions with the JPS shareholders and management.
Energy Minister Darrell Voss and the Ministry of Energy has written to the Office of Utilities Regulation to issue instructions to the Jamaica Public Service to provide communities with projected timelines for restoration of electricity. Permanent Secretary in the Minister Carol Palmer says the ministry shares the dissatisfaction of customers still without power, especially in areas that were not hard hit. The Light and Power Company has avoided publicizing this information out of fear that expectations will not be met, instead giving the percentage of its customer base that has been restored.
But them say 95%. So when come back here and say, give it, this don't make no sense. And if you talk to them today, I say, if you talk to them, you know right to how you are. A matter of fact, in a Kingston and St. Andrews, we have landslide. Enough of them places, it wipe out too, you know. It lick down same way. This guy went for man.
Mrs. Palmer says the Energy Ministry has impressed upon the JPS the need for timelines to be available to the public.
We have asked JPS to break down the figures because telling people percentages don't mean anything to the average person.
It means something to me because you think everybody does. Brother, if you have 10 cents, and you have $100, and somebody tell you say 95% of that, me spend it. How much money that you spend out of it? 95%. $9.50, right? So you know, say, yeah, because of a 90% that be $9, right? So we know, which I said, if you use percentage like that and tell me 95%, then me know say, okay, I this left. So me know say if you have 100 people, there's only go 5. Yeah, 50. Yeah, you understand? So you have 100, and say you break it down. How much people? How much, you understand? Yes. I say you break it down. See? It's a 95%. Them not understand this. So the people them not understand it. That's stupid. Continue.
Right? 76 or what? Right?
Yeah, them 76 or what? Eh? Them the 76 or what? And 95 of what? See? Don't me not have to know if the customer them dead. Me not have to want to know 76 or what and 95. It's a 95%. Me look on the bill, me know how much people there, you know. You see? So what them a look on the argument, go get the money that the whole place can fix up back. Go do what I have to do. Hear this.
We have been pushing, but only this morning I've sent a letter to the OUR because we need the OUR to help us.
So I'm not pumbas at this. I'm just pumbas, this are pumbas, eh? All right.
To fight this fight.
Permanent Secretary in the Energy Ministry.
Hold on. So it's a fight, I'm a fight the JPS to fight this fight. And the people that hey, at JPS, them a turn against you know. At JPS, them a turn against you know people. So what them do, you see that's I'm say them, hey, permanent secretary, don't play no politics around the night, you know. None of the time for this. No, another time for that. See? Not the time for this. Yeah. Yeah, man. Them a push John. So you see, all these things not really it's not necessary. Them not have the money. A matter of fact, what them where him should have do. Let me tell you something, people, right now. If you have a company and you see this trial like this, but them have to bring back line, light posts, the thing that nothing mash up for them, you know. Everything mash up for them, you know. The whole grid. Can them say the whole grid wipe out? Can they have more than one grid all over the place? Down in the western part. Not for them to wipe out. Now, when them get money, if you go borrow, if you go invest back in this, you don't know, say light bill gone up. Remember, investor money, you know, and the government money. See? So all them attack and push black, me don't know how people are managed. And if the light bill go up, and they paid by the US, you know, I remember it will go up. Them can't take people money and not pay them back. And them can't take 100 years to pay them back. Nobody now will lend them. Them need billions. See? Yes. So you know, say like bit I go up, me not ask you. See? And that the government should have tell us, well, based on higher light bill. Yes. Now them own 20% to 19 point minty. So 20, we only have about 20, 19 point we know man. But you own that you're just minority. 80% or 80% point something. You know, you get your little thing, but you understand? So see, so we know that. The light bill going up. Not to go up more. It all go up more. When them don't fix, so always gone up already. It not gone up already. You make them feel nice. Never. It all go up. When them done with a bill, yeah, there is no way. That means everything will go up with bake, where people use transport. Listen, everything, they will put it up for everything. The water, that will go up too. Water rate. People them will bake and sell all kind of little things, no light bill. The shop, when light bill go up on you and all kind of things, and you get all them mega mart, everything will go up. Manufacturing sector. So people them are, no, you have to tell the people them the real thing. Yeah, man. As God bless. You have to tell the people them the truth, you know. These things going up. Them are go up. Yeah. Then, yeah, man. Saying, but it all go up. No, but hear this now. Will you use generator and buy it sometime? No, but hear this. Me that encourage you forget. Put in a little solar in your thing. Pay for itself, you know. If most people could get a money and put a little solar in them thing and mix it up and be able to touch GPS now, you're better off. Yeah, because we have the sun and them thing, they see. But I want to tell you, especially a gas generator when it gets expensive, you know how that go already, you know. So although you might have buy the little gas, but it's equal to something, you know, brother. It's equal to something. Yes. It's equal to something same way. Yes. You understand? So be know that. So better, you know, you have a money, you just make up your mind and you buy some of them nice deep cell battery, that dry cell battery, and you know, try pop in some solar sitting. You see me I say? Thank you, never. 100%. So we have to tell them this round here. Don't make nobody cushion that like it now go. Just look how the thing them stay, no man. Do that service a rock up. See? Sufferation a turn up more. You can't get it back the same way. And it's tough already. Impossible. When you see them need money, yes. Them need money, it'll go up. Yes. No, we know it's not true, you know. Them don't have the money. No, but if you follow what, I'm going to play what Andrew want to say, no. See? Because Andrew tell us we come out of poverty. Nothing like that, brother. Let me tell you something, Andrew. Everybody know this. If the country, you have 8% on poverty. Remember a lot of people can't like that alone tell us nobody not come out of poverty, you know, brother. One time whenever I used to cast like that, we're going back in the 70s. Them the time if you live in a truck or you live in a country, them put the meter up on the light post or you meter up on your house in a town. And JPS send people come read it. Them time the garbage man come here gate, come take up your garbage. Them time the postman come drop off your letter at your gate. Allow me to tell, no. Postman carry your letter come give you. You there country, them you have letterbox. See? Them days they done. So if me have them days there, and then the long time days, and them days they gone, me can't look on Jamaica about no first world country. But the country if you go back where, them time we have free education, go university. Yeah? We have free education, go to university, straight to university. And we have free health system, proper food and everything. Them time that we have PWD. We never have them gully, they never block up on them thing. They ask anybody. Crash put the road them clean. Them big old dirty patrol never in the road. Allow me to tell, no, we're gone from that, gone to where we are see now. Yeah. We're gone from them there, you know, and gone to where we are see now. And people say, yes, and these are lies. Go tell that to some baby with us, man, and maybe if they can read and write and them start study and everything, you can't trick them. Yeah. No, because you see, what them do, them you can't depend on life. All right. So we live in a first world country. And we know a country for run. Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, growing gully, man. All right. We know a country for run and we know things used to fix and everything. And, you know, and drain them the proper and everything. We not have that again. A matter of fact, come see the man them a build road. Let me ask Jamaican government, please send to Canada. And we have the grid, we have the kind of stone with them use. Me I take it up and show you. We have them. We have stone and everything. Now I'll show you what them use, build the road. It's when them lay them road and roll that and put line pan that. I don't like them mal, no. Look here, rainfall, it just go down like nothing, no move. We don't them asphalt it. And when them put on the first layer now, if them for cut that, they might use one of the big saw for cut out with them, it firm. Everything drive pan it. Then them have a top layer now with them put on. Brother, the road them stand up. Yes. So you're not going to see them quick and mash up like this. You have one of the start use different rules, the right kind of material. Can we have them and do the road that we have to stop spending much money on a road like that and I do foolishness? We have to stop this. We have to stop play politics. Yeah, stop the pose up. Because this is the reality. Yeah. Yeah, man. So it's 10th up bill. Yeah, man. Now you so reach a bill level 2. Yeah, man. Am I war with civilization? No, but wait, all right. So what am I do? What am I do? God is my creator. What am I do? Him just want everything that Andrew do. I'm gonna tell him stop it. I'm gonna point it out for him, you know. Stop. You know, because remember you have a whole government accountable. Yeah. Yeah. Stop play politics with everything. Remember, you know, something where we are working upon right now, how you yourself point out pan, you know. And you point out it. You use it for attack the previous administration, and this is how you do, you play politics, brother. Edmund Rich, for example, never tested yet. Brand new just been, and you said the best since sliced bread. Operation Pride, Operation Shame. I mean, I show you pitfall with Operation Pride home. Them no move. I show you Karate and show you some other Operation Pride home. You, that way you build a Edmund Bridge will never compare. Them also over 100 million for one now. Guys, Smiley live up in a thing there right now, Karachi. Below where you live. Yeah, right at Beverly, the foot, on the other side. Yes. See? That are the farmer commissioner, Guy Smiley. Owen, Guy Smiley in time. Yes. See? Them are placed around the sun, all kind of things. No, you said it hurricane proved. Remember them say it, you know. Because that them said it as. And at the best and right van your car, and you attack Operation Pride, you yourself. You do it with the road. I remember the things that we are rolling upon where you point out and them crumble first front of your face. Yeah. If that be the same salt. But remember, these are what I'm doing now. Yeah. You want to go in your subconscious mind. Discrimination good. You want to go in your subconscious mind. You say, yes, I'm the best. And this is how you look. Remember me tell you this. If me did buy one of them house there, them have forgive me about money, I don't want it. You can't send them same and come put on about that and I want it, you know. Because me, anytime I say next hurricane and then me have a family, next time I might have to take my life. I don't want it. I don't need it. Yeah? We don't need it. So, you know, that not gonna work. And that's the truth. Yeah, Winifred. Saying, no, but that's the truth, you know. You don't want that. No, if you get them outside, I want it, you say it with the apartment name Ruth Venn. Foolishness and childish behavior. So when them do, and when them do, them always the compare. And no other administration, Mr. Pumpers do it with the old boss. Look upon them now. And then they realize so when them do these things, they hold them to account because you say, no. This is the first night crying on, no. That coming from 14, 15, that in the bus service, and it that work. Not the old one. I remember, by the way, you still not get around 50 of them, you know. You can't spend 1.4 billion for junk, and we still not nearly get 55 would be half. And half of 700 million. So 600 million we're gonna get. Unless 5 less than half. 5 less than half that. Can you get 60? We have 55 women to get. See? Yes. Now we have 55 women to get, you know. Not true. Eh? So when do them come and them drop word and them you know try to equalize. Them do it to the road at St. Thomas. You live over how much 100 years? Out of Anjo mouth. So what you do, you just play back where you do. And say no, but we are holding to account Anjo. We never see. We know Highway 2000. If a 2000 from the 90s that I built, 2000 it open to. Highway 2000, what, 25 years? Quarter, it's still a go strong. The one they built as it opened last year, after it, by 5 months, it start mash up, it just crumble. 5 months. But now be old, every minute them have to patch it. Every minute. It's worse than the original road where they did it. You can't feel good about that. Yeah? You can't feel. Then you leave again and go to St. Thomas. And you say you build some center, you don't build one. Just stop play politics and work, brother. You do that, we can point out, say, my work. And when I have to say nothing if you work. Then you go up there, you go build that. You make them build that. Say a big investment and who run out and a big job. Yes. And St. Thomas people are the worst thing for St. Thomas start. And you know what is it can't open? Them glad to the hurricane coming up because them can't say them have a delay. It's a white elephant. Now, you Andrew, you know, think about the people them at Jamaica, think about your friend them and money. Yeah. Right now, and the North South thing stand up. Portia, North South thing stand up. See? Over the little mall where you open. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, stamp, pick up yourself. Time stamp. Over the little mall where it open. Right? In a good year there, so the mall, good year mall, me call it. You, where me call it? Where Andrew call it? Eh? Where Andrew call it good year mall? Me want my virgin and say yes, so.
Hey, my brother, why you there on your show talk of the things that? Why you educate the people as to the real situation, sir? Why you keep telling them things the government always try to hide from them? Why you tell them say light better go and that everything we use light to go up as well? Like transportation, food, big products, all of them things are going to increase because the light are going to increase. And the government now tell the people them that. Yeah, but yet still you are inform the people about the realities. Yeah. Why you do these things, sir?
Easy, my brother. No, but my brother, you know, we have to talk to the people them on us in a reality way. Yeah, them can't say we never tell them, you know. But warn them. Because everything what them are doing, you know, we just tell you now. As is. And you can just jack it down. You know, I see some people come out and tell loads of no. Loads of critical thinker. Don't put no peace out of my name, no profit business, no. Believe that to gunman pastor. Because profit and knows they never profit and them, so they never profit and them is garbage. Yes, gunman pastor have the people them down there. So critical thinking. Yeah, it must come. Now, all this again, Panamaran beer, what them call a little thing there? Yeah, what them call a little thing there? Is that me call it a plaza. Goodyear Plaza. What them call it? Urban Center. We are going to build. Can you imagine you allow the government for put all the government entities them where them collect money in an urban center for friend them. How much money all with them out of power, how much money them and them friend them make off a government? Off a taxpayers. Remember, you know, you can't shop there, you know. Me not ask. I'm not asking. Yeah, man. See? Me not ask. Urban center. The urban center, and to make sure, guarantee them, input the revenue collection thing in there. Input in an urban center, you know, we're closing up. If the man put a little jail, a little lockup for all, a little cell with the court in the square. That cannot be a square. It cannot. It have a river part of you can go one way out, you know, and one way in, you know. I think for that people, what me know the place. Good. See? One way in, one way out. So you come and you go back. So you have people now coming at the square or mobile. You come from Portmorant, anywhere at all from back, so from East Portland. And you have to go in a Marant Bay and then take something now and go down there in a Springfield. See? Anyway, you come from, you have taxi now, and remember them now, the taxi stand for both. It's a bus drop off. You have to just go and go turn back and go do something. Whereas place to be a center. Right? It's a center. And tell me one now, the money we invest in the center, him guarantee the man them around 6 of them government place there, entities. So they make a bag of money. Now, if center must have no money already, people, only center must people, only not have no money. Only don't. How the hell, only know what bar and, you know, you have a little bar and thing. All that benefit for no. What beneficial for no. If me I open a shop over there and I have to pay over $1 million for a shop, 3 million an hour, what me I sell the things them for? Only can buy over that. If me I sell clothes, can remember unless me over there for lose money. Eh? Unless me over there for lose money. Can remember I know I forgot I push up my thing the price then. Celebrity. How much celebrity up there buy? Only can buy from me, but only can buy some Kentucky. But I rather tell you no for cook for Boko no. But yes, still him telling us that I put him in a modern days. I mean I say this is garbage. Now you're the biggest blow we make. And he never realized him do it. The municipal corporation, he make them build the building. And we think it them in cut a deal for, you know, our land, so you can build this and we get this free and then we're going about this. No. Him do it that them have to pay rent too. Rent, you know, for the rest of your life, rent. So when you pay rent, 10.3 million per month. But listen, people, them pay around 3 million per year and them can't find the money. 3 million. When you pay 10.3 million per month, 100 million that per year. Remember 10 months over 100 million that, you know. And 10 million, you know. 10.3. You understand? 10,300,000 per month. See? You understand? That's your pay per month, you know. 10 months, $103 million that. 10 months. Then you have a next $20.6 million that's all. Yeah? 20.6, you know. 123.6 million for 1 year. That would pay you more than a decade. Listen, one of that pay them for 3 years, 3.5 years. If you just put an next 200,000, if them are paid, yeah, like yes. See, if you pay like 3 million for the year, see, 1.5 years. That one month that pay for like, yeah, like let me say 1, 2, 3.5 years. 3.5 years. Now 1 month. Where do I get the money from? You know what them are do? You look at barber shop, them they for raise that and raise the fee with them a charge. The license for your bar, them for raise it. So you know say I hurt it or hurt you know. But Andrew say it will make you better. Well, no. Go learn to do look maths, man. Stop take these things from Andrew. Listen me. A country can't move, so when you hide things and tell the people them were dumb. We need to build back Jamal for them. I better you buy somewhere and build it. So right now, that's going to be, I remember me telling you it's a white elephant. Any store over there, so, oh, you, when I have the money in this, I remember, you think me that drive from where me there in a town where me can get bargain and drive go up there so I buy things? Like it's Hollywood, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. So that won't happen. See, that can't happen. But this is what we get from, you know, the government when them hide things and tell people lie and continue. I'm going to show you Andrew down in South Africa, you know. Let them ask you a special invitation because they're not supposed to down there. The G20 this. 20 the most powerful country in a per capita and everything. Money, birth strength. And him gone down, they gone up and more beg. They put him begging. And then in that, him start to bag lies. Him shouldn't even bother go down there with that. Him can't transfer the wealth from the poor to the rich. And them things say, as something good him do, him can't transfer from the rich to the poor. No, the other way around. He makes sure you can remember, you have how much acre land. And you come build it. Now I say no, you have to build the municipal. Can remember government, it's not about government. Our land. Build this scheme free. We work out too much money for the land. Build the courthouse scheme free. I know not like that. No deal like that. Me frightened. You have the land and have your thing where you could have built pan. And your land, you know, free land. And you build by your land, government land. And then turn around and pay rent. And that me want to ask, you know. Over there is government land. Or you build upon government land and then come in a deal that me have to pay rent to them. To NCB capital. NCB. Then find the money. Oh, you have the land and you turn around and me your bill and then me pay rent. Eh? Government land, you know, a government land. That's government land. Eh? What kind of deal that's a deal? People that look like a good deal to you. Eh? No, it look like a good deal for you. That's a government land. Post of them did not fly. Remember them drop out panic when them are whooping and Michelle Charles. And I live on for the right and the doctor only and ain't up nothing. Yeah? You have government land and you make your friend them build. Me don't know you give them for 1 cent. Because of my land and you build things for it how it go. That means me give you the land. Me sign it over to you. Me sign it over to you. And then me turn around and take taxpayers' money and pay on out rent for the rest of our life. Eh? You understand? That makes sense? Eh? That bad deal. And I know it can't go through. No, but they can't lease. So, him not tell me nothing now, no, we know. So, our land. So, you can't lease a land and put them building. But you lease it for 50 years. Eh? If you can lease a land, and lease them, and you that turn around and say, right, build this and give me for your price. You know what we pay the money. Because I remember our land this. See? We had to sign a lease 100 years for nothing for the lease, and then you draw back the money from the taxpayers, and then you can buy shares. I want to know if you buy shares and have shares that when they are collect and we go good, me have shares, no care what me there in the world. Hey, you can't have government so corrupted that you know question them. Yeah? No, them not tell you about no lease, Kirk. Me I tell you government land. So when we say if we have land, it was ours. So that it's a bad, me don't know what kind of deal that, but me can tell you that was a bad deal. Nobody do that. You can't have land and the government entities, them know you turn around and appear. Rent. Rent. And the rent, them no little, hey, the more, hey, over $1 billion out of rent, them have to get every year, you know. That guarantee. Because the courthouse have to use. The island revenue, it will lose money. Because when the people come and you for pay the rent fee, you know, eh? Yeah. No, but it don't make no sense, brother. Under the table deal that and some people have shares in it here. Don't make them chicken up. Remember you hear Philip Paul will I say to the guy here, and then I go to South Africa. See me time around. Remember you hear Philip Paul will I say yes, so. Well, that will prove as it say before. Philip Paul will.
The parliamentary opposition is cautioning that there should be no greater concession to the Jamaica Public Service than is necessary for it to secure funding for restoration of electricity following Hurricane Melissa.
No greater
The
concession.
JPS has applied for an extension of its current license, which expires in July 2027, in a bid to attract the necessary capital to assist with restoration efforts. The JPS made the request as the company cannot attract the necessary capital with only 2 years remaining on the license. Energy Minister.
So hold on. We don't go 2 years. That means that take more than 2 years to fix up something. You can't attract, so how long you take for you attract the capital? Jamaica sound like it's not some serious problem to me, you know. Then, no, but hear this. If you have 2 years for your license, and if you go deal from now and go and make a thing, but you don't want to make a deal and none at all, you don't want to talk about because you want to attract some capital. How long it take a company like JPS to attract capital? Forget investment. Can you know JPS now run where? You collect money every day. Same way. See? How long this going to take? 2 years before they get money. So you have to get the money for pumping it for fix it, you know. Carry another material and thing where you want back for fix, you know. Yeah? See? And you want the capital now. But instead we don't go 2 years on the license, you can't attract those capital. You have to have a longer time. Let me hear what Paul will say, yes, sir.
Darrell Vaz says he will make a statement in the House of Representatives on Tuesday in relation to the government's decision on a recovery plan based on discussions with the JPS. Opposition spokesman on energy, Philip Paulwell, says Mr. Vaz should also update the country on the preconditions to any new licenses being granted to JPS. He says the opposition's position on new licenses remains unchanged.
Firstly, we do not believe a license should be granted for more than 10 years. Secondly, we believe that the right of first refusal that the JPS now has should be abolished, and that any new generating capacity being brought to the grid must be subject to full and fair competition.
Okay.
We also believe that those operators who do their business in the special economic zones should be able to generate and to distribute electricity within those zones. We also believe that there ought to be greater regulations governing street lights. There are too many lights that do not work.
And we still pay feet.
Accountability for them.
Hold on, and that too. You remember when Paul really tried to put up the solar, them pumpers? You should have continued with that, you know. Because you see the street light, them, work on the work, we pay billions to them a year time, you know. Taxpayers have to pay for them. Taxpayers have to pay for them. Even if them not work. That's why it's good for you call them and tell them come fix my street light. Because when it's dead and you have JPS now, come if you report them. Them get paid every month. So if the government, local government take long for pay them, I'll take 1 hour. The other day them say them pay half much billion. See, them get paid for them. It bill every month. So what them for do? The government to cut off the bill there. Instead of your bill them to the government. On the same post, you just go put up your thing there and them cheap. Solar. So you stop pay the bill then now and the money they could have put somewhere else. Them now when they remember when they can't dump and mash up the people them like this, you know. Yeah? You can't mash them up like this. Yeah? You just can't. And they draw some taxes and Porsche. Remember what Porsche? Hey, remember what Porsche seems to tell Adesha in 2017? Now for the 100 and talk about no new taxes, all I'm telling you. Uncle them people are daft and fool for them and set it. Remember remind about Adesha say. Look here. Remind you. Hey, me have the thing them boy here, you know. I want to know my thing them out there already, you know. Look here. Mama put up this. Adesha, put up this.
Not spared. The Andrew Holness administration will be taking from Jamaicans as the government hunts for additional funds to plug a budget deficit of approximately $27.4 billion. On Thursday, Finance Minister Audley Shaw opened the 2017-2018 budget debate in Gordon House.
So hold on. So Andrew run upon this no new taxes 10 years. Not go so. I mean, here the minions them running with this. No, all the share this 2017, 2018 budget. And then everything, and a matter of fact, him said some things, can even property tax shoot up in every year, you know. Him set it that way there. That it go up every year. Then they have no, hey, oh, then 6, man. You can't lie. So when you have the proof like this, remember me have the pink piece too, you know. 2017 is 2017, 2018. This is before Porsche leave, you know. Look on this.
But he was singing a tune most Jamaicans didn't want to hear,
Listen.
an array of new taxes.
Oh.
Mr. Shaw announced a $13.5 billion tax package. The revenue measures are needed to replace the over $14 billion the government lost by giving a tax break to PAYE workers.
So you get a tax break to PAYE workers and then them take it back from the people then. Just look on and you still them still around no new tax. That's a lie again. Me I tell you, so the man them dangerous. Continue, play.
Earn up to $1.5 million annually. So where will the additional monies come from?
Look.
The government's tax revenue measures include a special consumption tax on gasoline that will take effect.
When they know this, you know, they're Jamaica all about. When they know them, they put a next. Remember, I do this in 2010, you know. Now I'm come back, come do this again. I'll look before that. In come back, come do this again, 2017, 2018. A special consumption tax on gas. When they realize it, when they know this, see that? Look.
Effect on March 15. The government will also be
include
a special consumption tax on gasoline that will take effect on March 15. The government will also be taxing alcoholic beverages, which will yield $0.403 billion and takes effect on March 13.
You hear that?
Meanwhile, the increase on gasoline ranges from 43 cents to $7.36.
From 43, the increase pan it, you know, to $7.30 per liter. But them never raise nothing at all yet. And when you put it on gas, you put it on everything else. Because everything will go up on you. That's why the things them gone up so far. How much for your bread? Back then, how much for your bread now? How much for this? How much for this now? And you're still enjoying with that. No new taxes. And it's the right front. I want everybody should have played this front time. I say, stop tell lie. You're dangerous. I'm still going to tell lie. I play South Africa. And you hear the lie them when you tell again. Stop it, Anjo. See that?
The new gas tax is expected to rake in approximately $7.5 billion.
So they make, and it can't make no. It makes $7.5 billion. 2017, 2018, and it continue. And I like it moving. New gas tax. See that? Not my saying. See that? Play it back.
Meanwhile, the increase on gasoline ranges from 43 cents to $7.36. The new gas tax is expected to rake in approximately $7.5 billion. There will be a 16.5% GCT on group health insurance. Tobacco products will also be taxed.
There will be an increase in the special consumption tax in respect of tobacco. And tobacco products.
People, now the one of them this year is front of you and them put on the increase. So outside watch Dr. Crabim. But yes, still them go on and say no new taxes over 10 budget. This is how the man lie. You can't catch him by lie again around put them dangerous. And remember these things documented, you know. It's there.
Mr. Speaker, it is expected that the increase on cigarettes will lead to a revenue of $826 million.
And there's also a 20% increase on motor vehicle licenses and fees.
20%. You didn't know this, right? No, you never take off this and sell it all when Andrew attack, you know. 2017, 2018. I mean, play a post I said to him, you know, and then no back off. Me play it. Look.
There will be an across-the-board increase of 20% on motor vehicle licenses and allied fees. This will take effect March 13 and this will yield $464 million. Mr. Speaker, there will be the reimposition of withholding tax on general insurance premiums paid by Jamaican residents to non-residents at a rate of 16%.
Yeah.
It used to be the case. And mysteriously, a couple of years ago, it was removed.
So who take it off? The PNP move it, you know, see, it used to be the case. PNP move it and put it back.
Yeah. Because if you're buying insurance in Jamaica, you would have to pay VCT. And if you're buying insurance from a foreign company, this requirement was removed a couple of years ago. Well, we want fairness across the board.
In the meantime, the government is relying on revenue and grant inflows totaling $526 billion to offset its $715 billion budget for the 2017-2018 fiscal year.
So the budget, the one that portion of the last before she come out, 2015-2016, 600 billion. The budget at 2017-2018, it go 713 billion higher than fair tax, push it there. Him there in the trillion now. You see where him did there? Them the 1.3 trillion, right? How much him there right now? Not to, yeah, the 1.3 trillion budget, right? How much him there right now with him budget? 1.3. Yeah? Yeah. How much them there with them budget right now? See? So around that 1.2 the last time, can go 1.3. So I'm going in at the $1 trillion budget and no, thank God no new tax. Yeah, people, yes, the bills, then where the money come from when I eat that? Simple time taxes, yeah. Look at 2017-2018, we reached 700 billion already. The 1.8 billion right now in the tax. Yes. Budget. All right. So this. I'll show him in a South Africa big, you know. Yeah, here we must say your son and couple lie. Better than just stop to this, man. People, you know, we need to go to Jamal with a listen to you and listen to your garbage and joke. You have to stop it, brother. I remember me not just come talk to you, know, I'll show you something. I'll show you something. I'll show you Porsche and rice tax also. Right? Yeah. All right. I'm going to push a Porsche here, so. Look at people. Your Porsche talk to hard before me.
This week in Jamaica Now, the Swan Song, Portia Simpson Miller makes her final budget contribution as opposition leader. She has thanked Jamaicans for their support and sacrifice, but bashed the government over its tax package.
You remember when them are in the ocean where they talk about Portia get beaten and Portia beside not go so. Election was February 2016. Portia, this I must see April she can leave or something. 2017. If step down and make Peter Philip to and watch her retire. No, never go so. All these things are lie, you know. Like, see, it's right there, you know. Everything documented. She was on the shaft for the wickedness with the government and the tax. Look here.
Finance Minister Audley Shaw says no rollback of the new taxes.
You hear this? The JLP said no rollback of the new taxes. But yes, still they never have no new tax. They never do it. Yeah? It's all them lie. It's all them lie. Play this.
Co-founder and NCB suspends fee for dormant accounts. I'm Damian Mitchell and this is Jamaica Now. The opposition leader Portia Simpson Miller this week used her final address to the parliament as a political leader to bash the government's $13.5 billion tax package, describing it as unconscionable and cruel. Mrs. Simpson Miller said the budget undermines the principles of equality, fairness and balance and puts unnecessary pressure on Jamaicans and called for the rollback of the taxes.
This budget will increase the hardship on the vulnerable and bring the middle class to the brink of poverty. This budget will push small businesses to the brink of disaster. They can't take anymore.
Mrs. Simpson Miller asserted that the administration's version of prosperity is a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. And before her broadside on the budget, Mrs. Simpson Miller described the occasion of her final address as bittersweet. She said her heart was overflowing with gratitude and expressed thanks to Jamaicans at home and abroad for their love and support.
Mr. Speaker, what a political life I have had. I've seen the good, the bad, the happy, and the sad. But above all, I have had an incredible journey of service to my beloved people and the country.
Mrs. Simpson Miller will step down on April 2 as opposition leader to allow for the ascent of Dr. Peter Phillips.
Let me tell you, here, April 2, that's 2017. And she asked him about the budget. I'm going to go to Andrew now. That's what I'm telling you, so the country can't move like this. And the lies and the thing and the cover up. People, light bill run go up, you know. Bills in your pocket. Although hardship there, it a double up, you know. Everything I run go up. That go up, like water must go up too, you know. Water use pump. Use a lot of money, a lot of current it use to generate, to push them water there all over the place. A lot of current. So the whole of that right half pound too, you know. Yes. So the whole of them think they manufacture and the whole of that are right half pound, you know. That help people them. See? It's an Andrew own this tongue here, so.
Thank you for the kind invitation to participate.
So I'm saying, you see it? So I'm not supposed to do that, as I told you before. So I thank the president, came to ask, thank you for the kind invitation. Yeah? Here it is.
President Ramaphosa, thank you for the kind invitation to participate in this important meeting. Please accept our commendations on South Africa's presidency.
Yeah.
Excellencies, Jamaica supports the global agenda to make economic growth not only strong and sustainable, but also inclusive and resilient. Jamaica's story is one of social partnership and sacrifice.
So them have him sit down somewhere in here, so put a mic on him, make him attack. So him a say him support. Where him support?
We transformed our economy after decades of instability.
Instability. When the man say him transform the economy. Here it is.
Disciplined macro-fiscal reform.
So him a talk about discipline and that of 2013. Remember them same man go buy the money from IMF, you know? You hear this? Continue.
Anchored in responsible debt management, institutional strengthening, targeted pro-growth initiatives. We reduced our debt, lowered poverty and unemployment.
So we don't reduce the debt. A debt to GDP ratio, the debt up. When you go look on Jamaica debt, when you Google it right now, it gone up. You can look on it 2015 or 16 and look on it now. And you see the debt gone up, 2.8 trillion. We don't reduce the debt. A service to debt.
Contained inflation.
And we don't contain no inflation neither.
Management, institutional strengthening, target.
We don't have no institution strengthening neither.
Pro-growth initiatives. We reduced our debt.
And we don't have no growth. Them call it technical bomb, we just come out of recession. You see it? Continue. We don't reduce the debt.
Poverty and unemployment.
So we not cut no poverty and unemployment neither. This is lie. The man a come out and a still a clamp and lie when he talk to people. That's why we won't get the help we need. Stop your lie. Them know better than this to you, sir. Continue.
Contained inflation.
We not contain inflation. Lie again. Me just play Richard as and tell us say inflation to why. Me not hear me play Richard. Look here. I'm correct. Andrew on this. Hold on there. Me no want to go into this. More than just play me, but the amount of lie as think the Omar Hassan. Let me play Omar Hassan. Let me play this.
Is that Right now, as it stands in the Jamaican economy, the economy is struggling. It's probably the worst I've seen in the 30 odd years I've been in business. The buying power is the weakest, and government needs to find ways to, how do I say it now, catalyze the economy to be able to grow. We tried our best a few years ago, and Jamaica started to see growth. But right now, they've done so many things to stagnate the industry. Interest rates need to come down quickly. The Bank of Jamaica needs to come out of their tunnel vision and start thinking out of the box to manage the economy, because right now it's in a very stagnant stage and actually in a dying stage, and it is actually quite frightening what is happening out there. When you speak to business people, people are saying they're seeing anyway in a 50% down in terms of sales, the retail trade, and every expense is going up. Their rental rates that they're paying to rent these shops and stores is going up. The light bill consistently is up. You know, it's a tough world out there, yes, but we can do things to make it a little easier for our people in this country. So the minister and the government has a lot to do, and the Bank of Jamaica and our commercial banks, to try and stimulate this economy, because if they don't start doing something now, the economy is going to start fumbling and they're going to be in big trouble.
I want you to expand on that a little bit more for me, Mr. Azan, because it's good to hear your views on that, because the data is suggesting, and we hear the government talk a lot about economic growth and inclusiveness. It talks about business confidence is at an all-time high. We know of unemployment rate, the best that it has been. Is it that the manufacturers are not seeing all of that? What exactly is happening? Why is there a dissonance between the two?
There are one or two businesses that may be seeing some growth, but I tell you, the general economy is struggling out there. The real estate side of things, the building, the construction side of things is slowing. Interest rates has played a major part in doing that. And the business side, the manufacturing side is struggling. And we need to find ways to stimulate back this economy, because what we've done over the years and tried to build it back, coming from where we're coming from, I think what we've done in terms of managing this inflationary issue, I think we've gone about it possibly in a little different way that we could do something, but it is creating a havoc in the economy right now.
Yes,
buying power is the weakest that I have seen in all my years of doing business. I'm not just speaking from my own business, but generally because I sit on other boards, it is very weak, and it is actually a little frightening for me when I am looking out there and seeing what's happening in the economy out there. So we need to find ways of trying to find ways. The Bank of Jamaica needs to come out. Commercial banks need to start doing things to stimulate stuff, because you're going to find ourselves in a real pickle if we don't do something quickly.
We know
All right, let me just continue to play him now. Now, viewer and just say I play politics. And him say it in this too.
Exchange and built robust reserves. Now, our focus is on translating the dividends of sacrifice into investments in our people.
Say, sacrifice and invest in our people and have the money for do it, These are lie. You have to stop it. They know about economy and know it wrong. So them never tell lie. I play politics.
Getting the policy mix right is both an economic and moral imperative. Yet, one external shock can undo years of progress. Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 storm, has devastated 7 parishes. Its impact will negatively affect our debt trajectory, and the road ahead will be challenging. This is our reality today. But it is also the recurring story of vulnerability told by small island developing states in CARICOM and indeed across the world. Global partnership will be essential to our recovery. The G20 Commitment in 2021 to recycle SDR allocations led to the creation of the IMF Resilience and Sustainability Trust. This facility provides developing countries with relatively low-cost financing and longer maturities. We urge the G20 to preserve and strengthen this mechanism. We also call for innovative, flexible financing solutions.
Some money more upon a lower term when him borrow, you know, kill him with the credit, the interest. Yeah.
Such as thematic bonds for climate adaptation and blended finance structures to support resilient infrastructure designed to meet the unique needs of climate-vulnerable economies. Jamaica further calls on the G20 to advance a rules-based, equitable, global trading framework that enhances predictability, flexibility, and resilience for small economies. This should include expanding access to targeted financing and risk insurance instruments tailored to the needs of SIDS, supporting technological upgrading and productive capacity enhancement, integrating multidimensional vulnerability indices into eligibility and financing terms across IFIs and climate funds, so countries can invest in resilience without compromising fiscal stability. Establishing a loss and damage financing window with clear rules-based triggers for timely and predictable support. Advancing a global skills and trade compact for SIDS to strengthen human capital, competitiveness, and inclusive growth. Excellencies, through these actions, the G20 can ensure that global trade and financial systems become more than engines of growth. They can become forces for shared prosperity, resilience, and sustainability, leaving no nation behind.
So I look a lower interest rate and I look money for borrow, and yes, I tell them, well, through this, but one bag of lie when I work, one bag of lie, and them know better than this. When you hear Azan, and you hear other business people come out and say, yo, politicians attack and put up the thing, not follow them. We not follow them. Look on this last me I play, me have something run for do, but me have to play this.
No style, Jamaica salt bad.
A line we need. Cut and clear the crosses.
No style, Jamaica salt bad.
A line we need. Cut and clear the crosses.
Yes, man. Jamaica.
So we get salt and now we have to cut and clear crosses. I run go do some things, you know. Yeah, me have some things to go do. And I say my time I run shorter like 15 minutes, but if I run go do my thing here, all right, later. I'm out. Bless.